Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video. Now, in this video, I want to talk about a topic, okay, and that's going to be loneliness. You know what I mean? Like, just feeling lonely in general, you know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, in this generation, nowadays, and like people in general, if you're like in your 20s or if you're, in your early 20s, or even younger than that, or probably like even if you're like 30, you know what I mean, like you genuinely feel like you have no one to talk to, and you feel just lonely in general, right? Because honestly guys, like I am 22 years old and I literally have no friends. Like when I tell you guys like I literally have no friends, I mean literally have no friends, you know what I mean? Like there's people that I talk to but they're not genuine. You know what I mean? Like they're not, you know, what a friend will do. You know what I mean? Like we don't hang out like every single day and all that. It's just sad. You know what I mean? Like it's not like back in high school. But I'm gonna explain everything. Okay. So guys, like I never knew this will happen to me. You know what I mean? Like not talking to anyone, being lonely, and just in general like having no friends at all. Right? And in high school, I had friends. Okay, I talked to people. Okay, I wasn't lonely in high school or anything like that, or even middle school. I was never lonely. I've always had a group of friends. And ever since we graduated, that's when things started to change. We went our own directions pretty much. Some of us just stopped messaging with each other, you know what I mean? Like we had a whole group chat and then it just died, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how, like time just flew by and it just died. Like you won't even realize it. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even realize it. You know what I mean? Um and yeah, I think everyone just really just focused on themselves, and like most of them guys like just did things that I didn't want to do. They went out partying, clubbing, like all these things, and I just wasn't into that stuff. So I didn't hang out with them, you know what I mean? Like at all. I didn't not go out with them, clubbing and whatever they were doing. I didn't do any of that. I was literally just I was either working or staying home. That's it. You know what I mean? And literally I just stopped talking to them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it just died down. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, right now like I talk to some of them, but it's just I just don't feel like it's genuine no more. You know what I mean? Like I literally feel like I have no friends. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm always the one that has to text first, like message them first to do something. Like then they are never the ones to like message me first. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm always the one that's putting the effort. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna stop putting the effort. I'm gonna stop, messaging first. And I did that, and they never messaged me back. You know what I mean? Like they would, but it would be like a couple months. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yeah, we're done. You know what I mean? Like this is not genuine no more. You know what I mean? And I get like everyone has their own like things to do. I get that. You know what I mean? But I just never thought like this day will come where I'm lonely. You know what I mean? Like how like you watch a movie and it's like you see like a friend, like a high school movie or something, and then like this person just is all lonely and all that. Like you see like these videos in general, not even just in movies, like on the internet, talking about like loneliness, and you thought to yourself like, this will never happen to me. You know what I mean? Like I was literally in like high school, and I was like how can I lose my friends? You know what I mean? Like we're like this. We're like this close, you know what I mean? Like how can I lose this guy? You know what I mean? Like how can I lose this one bloke that's like I thought was like a best friend to me, a BFF, whatever you want to call it. And a couple years down the road, it happened. We stopped talking. You know what I mean? Like guys, this shit just didn't it just hit me, you know what I mean? Like time flies by so quick. I literally graduated in 2016, which was what, 6 years? Yeah, that kind of makes me feel old, you know what I mean? Because that literally felt like it was yesterday, you know what I mean? ever since I graduated, because I remember that shit like it was yesterday. It's literally been 6 years, almost 6 years since I graduated school. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, it just hit me like I'm really lonely. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, man, I'm just like I'm hella lonely. Like I got no one to talk to. And guys, like I used to have Facebook, and then I deleted it. You know what I mean? Because I just wasn't using it no more. Like I just used Facebook to message people, but obviously like there's no one to talk to no more, so I just deleted it. You know what I mean? Like all I have now is like Instagram. That's the main social media that I have, and Twitter. And that's it. I don't have Facebook or anything. I do have Snapchat, but I don't use Snapchat like at all as much. But yeah, this shit just really like, you know, like I really felt it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I would go out and grab lunch. I'll go to the drive-through or something, get lunch, and then I'll sit at the parking lot and eat my lunch in the car, right? And I'll just be sitting there eating, and I'll be like, damn, like I'm really lonely. Like it just hit me, you know what I mean? Like this loneliness just hit me. Like I went to a restaurant one time and I was sitting by myself, and everyone was like socializing, you know what I mean? Everyone was talking, everyone had someone on the table, and I was literally the only one. I swear to God, I was literally the only one that didn't have anyone. I was like, all right, what should I do? Because I felt awkward. Like, should I just go on my phone, just like eat and like look, go on my phone? You know what I mean? Like that hit of loneliness just got to me. You know what I mean? And there's days where it's tough. I ain't gonna lie, but honestly, I love being lonely. You know what I mean? Like 22 years old. I'm 22 years old with zero friends, like literally zero friends, and you know, I just had to think of a way to like love myself, you know what I mean? Like treat myself. And I have. I do things that I like doing by myself, like literally by myself. Um and it's been good so far, I ain't gonna lie. Like at the start it was tough. You know what I mean? Obviously at times it's tough, but I'm just so used to it now that it just feels normal to me, you know what I mean? So I really don't care no more. You know, I actually like being lonely. I like having my alone time. You know what I mean? Like literally in this room, this is where I'll mainly be making videos for you guys, doing all these things, and just really just working on myself. You know what I mean? Like doing all these things that I like, enjoy doing. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it, eh? And I remember I was working one time. I was at work, and then I was in an elevator, and I was going lower ground or whatever. You know what I mean? I was going lower ground, and then a guy came in, and then we just started talking. You know what I mean? This guy, he seemed like he was like 30. I would say he in his early 30s, and he was a tradie. He was like working as a construction person. Looked like, you know what I mean? Um, and we just started doing small talk and all that, and then he told me like, oh, I told him like, oh, how's your day and all that. Oh yeah, it's been pretty good and all that. Um, and I'm like, oh, okay, what are you gonna do? And then I told him, what did I say to him? I said, oh, how was your day? And then he told me that it was doing pretty good. You know, he's been busy and all that. And I was like, oh, that's good. You know what I mean? It kills time and all that. You don't think about the time when you're busy. We just had small talk like that. And then I asked him like, oh, what are you gonna do after work? And then he told me, oh, nah, not much, man. I got no friends and all that. And then like once he said that, I was like, immediately, I was like, me too. Like, this is what I told him. I'm like, I swear to God, bro, I'm the same. I literally have no friends and all that, bro. So we're on the same page here. You know what I mean? Because for some reason, I feel bad when people are lonely. You know what I mean? Even though I'm lonely myself, I just feel bad for people. It's just so weird. You know what I mean? Because that's why I said like straight up, I was like, don't worry. Like I'm on the same page. Like I'm lonely as well. It's not just you. You know what I mean? And we just laughed it off, like literally. And he seems so genuine. Like this guy seems so just happy. You know what I mean? Like literally, like he was just so talkative and everything. I just like his vibe. You know what I mean? So being lonely, guys, like honestly, it's normal, especially in your early 20s or in your 20s in general, or even if you're older. You know what I mean? Like in your 30 or 40, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like everyone's different. There's billions of people in this world. Everyone feels loneliness. You know what I mean? It's normal. Like you're not. It's not just you feeling this type of way. It's also the millions of other people, or even billions, you know what I mean, of other people that live in this earth feel the same way. It's not just you guys, you know what I mean? I always think that. So I just, I look at it like this, man. I actually enjoy spending my time with my family, anyways. You know what I mean? Like my mom, my dad, my brothers. I like talking to them. But my brothers, they live in Brisbane. So we live in like different cities, but I generally just talk to them. You know what I mean? Like I don't really talk to like anyone else at all. And honestly, like I would rather just be by myself with like I would this is how I say it, I would rather just be lonely and just, you know, be myself, like just have my alone time rather than hang out with like fake friends. You know what I mean? Like not genuine people, you know what I mean? Because people told me personally, like, they feel lonely, even though they're surrounded with, you know, their friends and all that, they genuinely still feel lonely. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. So there's no difference. There's no difference here. And honestly, being lonely is just so much better. You know what I mean? Like literally, it's just so much better. You don't have to like stress. You're out of arguments, drama. You know what I mean? And like, you don't have to think about what you have to get them as a gift for like their birthday or anything like that when it's coming up. I know that's effed up and all that to say, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to think about those things. You know what I mean? It's literally just you. You're just focusing on you. You know what I mean? And I really do believe like you should really just make yourself happy before you make other people happy. You know what I mean? Because happiness is like really important in this life. You know what I mean? Like it really is. Like you need to do things that make you happy in this life that we live in. Like if you don't, then it's really gonna screw with your emotions, obviously, and with your mental health. So you guys need to figure out like what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Like if you're lonely, you gotta do things that you enjoy doing. It could be, going out to the park, going for a walk, reading books, playing video games, playing table tennis, playing basketball, playing soccer, going for a swim, going canoeing, like going to see a movie by yourself, like things like that. You know what I mean? You just need to do things that you enjoy doing. And don't be afraid to go out in public by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you want to go see a movie and you have no one, just go see that goddamn movie by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, you have this feeling of loneliness, but it's okay. You know what I mean? You enjoy it, so screw it. Who cares what other people think? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're gonna see them again. You know what I mean? Like, literally. So who cares what, people think of you? You know what I mean? So guys, if you're lonely, just know you're not alone. Because I'm telling you guys right now, I'm genuinely being dead ass right now. I have literally no friends. I am 22 years old and I literally have no friends. Like, I'm genuinely serious. Like, there's people that, on TikTok, right? I'll be on my bed watching TikTok, okay? I'll be scrolling through TikTok on my phone, right? And there'll be people talking about, I'll come across like videos, people talking about, oh, I'm lonely, I gotta do this and that. I literally I click on the, TikTok account, I go to their Instagram, and they will be, like, their photos will be hanging out with a whole bunch of, like, friends, you know what I mean? There'll be, like, group photos of, like, their friends, right? So they pretty much lied, like, they capped, you know what I mean? Like, they're not genuinely lonely, you know what I mean? And when I look at the Instagram stories and all that, like the pre-saved ones, they're like going out clubbing and all that. And this was like a couple weeks back. Like, you're not lonely, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, when I genuinely tell you guys, like, you guys can even go onto my Instagram, right? Which is at mitchell.lim, by the way. Go follow me, you know what I mean? Always linked in the description down below. If you click on it, like, there's no photos of me with people, you know what I mean? Like, because I never took a group photo with my friends, you know what I mean? Like, I never have, I don't think. Yeah. I think I have, but I just don't post it. I think this was in like high school. It was an ass photo, anyways, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm genuinely dead ass, guys. Like, I have no one to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm dead ass. I don't even remember the last time a genuine person tried calling me and just had a talk. You know, we had to talk about life, like how's your life, how you going, and all that. You know what I mean? I never had that phone call for a really long time now. You know what I mean? And even a text message, a simple message of how are you and all that. I haven't had that for a while. I'm genuinely being dead ass. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to know how that feels. But hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? I love myself. I don't care. Like I said, man, at the like before, I'll rather be by myself than hang out with a whole bunch of just fake friends. You know what I mean? And guys, if you're in high school and you're about to graduate, just know it doesn't last. Okay, this whole friendship in high school, it does not last. Once you graduate, you guys will be like, oh my god. Once we graduate, we'll still be chilling. You know, we'll still be on our group chat. We'll still do things every single day. But once time flies, it won't be like that. Trust me. Someone may get a job, or someone may move to a different city because of uni. They want to study this and that. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Like nothing flows. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to tell you guys is be careful who you hang around with. You know what I mean? And that's also another thing. Like, let's just say, you know, I was hanging out with my friends right now. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say I was hanging out with my friends, right? I went clubbing, I went partying, I went drinking, I was smoking, like things like that. Things that they do, right? On the weekends, right? Let's just say I did that. What would my future look like? You know what I mean? Like, if I was doing that, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, if I was hanging out around, if I had a group of friends and all they did was just partying and all that, then I would be in that group. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would turn out. I'll be a party animal, just like them. So I stayed away. You know what I mean? That's a smart move. I stayed away. I just did not party or anything like that because it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? I didn't want to end up like them because I just see it as a waste of time. Like, first of all, what are you celebrating? You know what I mean? Like, if you're going partying on a Saturday night, what the hell? Tell me, what the hell are you celebrating? Like, are you celebrating because it's Saturday night? And then let's just say Sunday rolls in, and then you have that feeling of like, oh man, I have to go back to work on Monday. Like, what are you celebrating here? You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get how like going to a club is fun. Like, I get it, it's your life, your decision. You guys do you, but I just don't see a purpose in just partying. You know what I mean? I really don't get it, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, man, it's crazy how life just changes quickly once you like graduate. So I'm telling you guys right now, be careful who you hang around with. You know what I mean? Like literally, just be careful who you hang around with. Because it hits different, man. You know what I mean? It really does. Once you like graduate and once you understand what I'm talking about. And also another thing is like a couple months back, I went to grab lunch, right? With a couple of my friends, and then this like music festival was coming up, and they told me like, would you come if everything was paid, the drinks were paid and your tickets were paid? And I said no. And then they were still trying to like tell me to just come, and I was like, I'm done. Like, you know what I mean? I'm done. I literally blocked them. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my god, these guys are, you know what I mean? That oh, I couldn't, you know what I mean? They just kept telling me to come like to this music festival and all that, and I just wasn't into it. But they keep pressuring me into coming. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just blocked them pretty much. And guys, also another thing is like a lot of them game. Okay, a lot of them play video games for hours a day. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with playing video games. Okay, like literally there is nothing wrong with playing video games. You know what I mean? I'm not against if you go partying. It's just not for me, you know what I mean? I'm not against it. I don't hate you because you go partying, you know what I mean? I just want to put it out there. I'm just not into it. And then, you know, playing video games, I'm not against that. If you like playing video games, cool. You know what I mean? You need to do things that you enjoy doing in life, you know what I mean? Like I said that earlier. Like, but I have friends that play video games for hours and hours and hours. And then I'll see them physically and I'll ask them this question like, guys, if we ever start playing video games, like, do you guys think like we'll ever just hang out again in general? And then literally one of them said, that's weird. Like, we can only talk on Discord. Like, I think, I don't know. It was just so confusing, you know what I mean? I just said, like, will it be weird if we just ever met up in person? And then one of them said, that would be weird. Like, I just want to talk on Discord and all that. I just don't get it. You know what I mean? Like, I literally don't get it. So, it's whatever, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy. I just want to let you guys know that. Okay, it does screw with my mental health a bit. Before a few months back, but now I am a-okay. You know what I mean? I'm all good, right? I'm just so used to just having my alone time that I'm just so used to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm blessed. You know what I mean? Like, I have my parents. You know what I mean? I have a roof over my head. I'm not in debt. I got clean water. You know what I mean? I have the internet. I got you guys. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you guys know who you are. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is it for this video, man. I want to end this video here, but that was just a little talk about, you know, loneliness, I guess, having no friends, in general, you know what I mean? So if you guys have no friends, if you guys are like me and you have no friends, just know it's normal. Okay, you're not alone, right? And if you have friends, like genuine friends, you will know if you have genuine friends. You know what I mean? If they message you every single day, they want to do things, you know what I mean? They actually take the effort and like they want to do things with you. Like things like that. That's a genuine friend. And trust me, don't let that person go because it's actually really hard nowadays to find new people and make new friends. It's actually really hard nowadays. I'm not gonna lie. So just make sure you don't lose that person. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.